I'm done with this sprite. How does it look, bro?
Looks like a nice way to combine our favorite evolutions.
What should I call it?
Espumbreon?
Sounds odd. Oh, I know. How about Umbrespion?
Ha, sounds better than my opinion. You're pretty good at names, sis.
Umbrespion. Bipolar Pokemon.
Yes. It was 9:45 AM when I had done spriting a fusion Pokemon. What's a fusion Pokemon? It's a Pokemon having characteristics of another Pokemon or more. They're referred to as Pokefusions, or rarely, pseudo-Fakemon. The sprite I made was an Espeon, coloured black, with red eyes and Umbreon's rings. It looked awesome enough to stare at for 15 minutes. However, I was wishing it literally existed so I could evolve my Eevee from Pokemon Black, the game with Reshiram, not the spooky ghost version, and show it to everyone. At around 6, I got bored and wanted something to do. I did help my sister to make a Hydreigon-bodied Pokemon with the first 3 evolutions' heads. However, we found it did not look menacing enough because of the faces. But we planned a name for it. Hydreigon. So, we saved that project and left it for tomorrow. But before we could get to bed, we still had enough energy to play Pokemon Black. So, we started the game and began to train my Eevee, which had no name because it was okay for me. My sister and I would take 15-minute breaks every hour to avoid damaging her eyes, and when it was around 8:30, my sister said she needed to sleep. When she went down to our bedroom and closed the door, I kept playing the game. When the clock hit 9:45, something strange started to happen. I've heard a Pokeball popping sound as little Eevee was walking from my character's sprite, and a text box appeared when I tried to exit Mistralton City. It read, "Master, I just heard that you want your dream to become reality, isn't it?" A yes/no option appeared. I noticed dream and reality were capitalized words, as well as the strange bit of broken English text. I hit yes, just to fill my curiosity, and immediately, Eevee went into the tall grass with my character following him. Suddenly, a battle started. It was a wild Espeon? I don't remember seeing Espeons in the area of Unova, nor the eastern areas of said region. Additionally, Eevee can't be found in 5th generation games unless you use the Poketransfer or the Relocator. But back to the point, it was a wild Espeon, level 32, female. I of course wanted to catch it, so I hit the bag option, but suddenly a text box appeared. "No, Master, I will not learn anything if you catch it." I suddenly felt panicked. I could barely control myself. I tried again, but the same text appeared, and I could not use any Pokeballs. So I hit fight and chose takedown. I was amazed how the attack drained down all of Espeon's health, with Eevee taking very little damage. The wild Espeon fainted, and when I saw that, I felt sorry for not being able to catch it. But my Eevee got her experience bar filled to half, and Eevee's level is 99. After the end of the battle, Eevee said, "That's not all, Master, just watch me." Eevee walked a little bit more, followed by my character, and suddenly a battle started. It was now a wild Umbreon. I did know that Umbreon can't appear in here either, so how did it appear here now? I didn't know how. The Umbreon was as well level 32, and male. I chose to attack it, since Eevee wouldn't let me catch it. I chose takedown again, but Eevee used return instead. Wait, this is my Eevee. It's not a traded Eevee. I checked the stats, and the original trainer name and number were mine. The Umbreon fainted, giving Eevee a bunch of experience, taking it to level 100. Then something came to mind. First, why was my Eevee giving orders to my character? And secondly, why was Eevee getting so much experience? I mean, come on, Eevee would have got like 45 experience points for defeating Pokemon of this type, but at level 99, she's getting 69, 69, 69 experience for defeating Umbreon and Espeon. Each one of them. Suddenly, I got to the evolution screen. I saw how Eevee went white and shattered on particles, and these began to whirl. Then I saw how they reintegrated. Shaping an Espeon. The screen flashed, showing. Oh fuck, it can't be. I muttered to myself while completely dumbfounded and scared. The sprite did look like Espeon. A black Espeon with Umbreon's rings and red eyes. However, the sprite itself didn't scare me. Her cry did. It was the longest sounding version of Espeon's cry combined with Umbreon's distorted growling, while a similar sound to Gothitel's cry was present. Congratulations! Your Eevee has evolved into Espeon. Espeon has learned Aura Sphere. Espeon has learned Psystrike. The latter move being exclusive to Mewtwo, by the way. Suddenly, after I turned to the overworld, a text box appeared. Master, how do I look? Instead of the yes or no options, there was a list that I could choose from beautiful, awesome, odd, ugly, or I don't know. I had to choose awesome since that was the true way I felt. And she replied, "Thank you, Master. I love you." With these words, I saved and turned off my DS. Wish I hadn't done that, and I'll explain why later. I had to look at information about Espeon on the internet, but all I could find was the sprite that I posted on my Sprites blog. I've heard that happens on some stories known as creepypastas, where there's no information about a glitch related to an Eevee with Espeon's ears, tails, whiskers, and a jewel, having a bloodied up face, or a glitch involving a glitchy Diglett, or glitchy horrible looking dog trios, but I was done with all this when it hit 11. I turned my DS back on and started playing Pokemon Black. I hit continue, and my character was at Anne's Castle. I swear I cleared the game once. I guess my game must have glitched and taken me back here. I was at the entrance, where the gym leaders fought 6 of the 7 sages, but there was no sight of him, and the place was dead silent. No music. I continued on to the next floor. When I entered the first room, I saw Getis, or oddly known as Dennis because of the strange chanting of his theme, but he was on the corner. I spoke to him. The text popped out as he spoke. "What is that thing? Somebody help me!" Which thing? What was he talking about? I checked my party, only to see that my party was entirely gone. The only member was Espeon, so I checked. Her Pokédex number was question mark, question mark, question mark. Her stats were similar to those of Lugia, and her ability was something called Bad Dreams. The ability itself was being described as, "You are having one." I closed the menu, shivering a bit of fear and anticipation, and went out of that room. Suddenly, Espeon jumped off my character and said, "Let's visit that little boy with the ponytail." Did she mean N? I kept exploring the castle. There was no one, and the music was not there. I finally reached N's throne room, only to see N with his head lowered. I spoke to him. I had no idea that she was more powerful than truths or ideals. I committed a big mistake fighting her. I guessed with she and her, he and Getis were talking about Espeon. I went to where the hole made by Zekrom was and found a door. I entered through it and found my character on some sort of black void. Immediately, Espeon took my character to an Espeon and an Umbreon. She said, "Come on, Master, let's play." Play? Oh no, play what? Then a battle started. Oh, a wild dream and a wild reality appeared. The aspect of both Pokemon terrified me. Dream was a male Umbreon with hollow eyes and each ring being replaced with torn skin and bleeding. It was sad and crying. The other Pokemon, Reality, was a female Espeon, and most disturbingly, its eyes were pitch black and crying blood. Jewel was replaced by a black, bleeding gap, and it had only one ear, one leg, torn skin on its torso, and part of its tail was ripped apart. It, too, had a very sad expression. Their cries sounded like they were in some sort of pain. I sounded Espeon. Then, I ordered her to attack Dream with Aura Sphere. But after Dream took damage and survived with about 1/16 of its health, a text box appeared. It said, "The wild dream is paining." I shivered and contemplated as I read the message. What did it mean? It was their turn now. The wild dream used Perish Song. A dream cannot perish. Wait, I don't remember that line being in the game before. The wild reality used foresight. The consequences have just happened. Nothing can be done now. I don't remember that line either. Then, without taking control, the battle went on. Narration used Destiny Bond. The wild reality refused its destiny, but it was forced. I didn't know what was going on anymore. I disturbingly forced myself to watch the whole scenario. The wild dream used haze. After using that move, it faded away, and the text said, "The wild dream faded into nothing." The wild reality used tears of pain. What? Tears of pain? That's not a move. It was like fake tears, but the drops looked like blood, and reality's pain and cry would sound every time it shaked to its sides. The wild reality fainted. I was back to the overworld with Narration, but now there were two corpses behind her. They were dream and reality, each one laying in a puddle of blood. I was definitely scared now by what the hell was just happening here. Then a text from Narration appeared. Woohoo! We won! Can we play again? I turned off my DS and stayed a whole minute just staring at it. I broke out crying for the next 10 minutes till I fell asleep. When I woke up, my sister was next to me. She seemed worried about why I was crying. I told her Narration invaded my DS and everything, but then she told me I was just having a bad dream, and that we should continue to work on the Hydreion sprite. However, to make sure to myself I wasn't dreaming, I turned on the DS. I started Pokemon Black and hit continue. I was on that pitch black void with a familiar figure, with two other familiar sights. I talked to her. "Welcome back, Master! Can we play together with him?"